Have you ever wondered what really happens when you file an insurance claim? According to a recent study, 1 in every 6 insurance claims is denied. That's millions of people left struggling when they need help the most. Today, we're going to uncover the tactics some insurance companies use to protect their profits at the expense of their policyholders. We'll explore 3 eye-opening case studies that reveal the challenges faced by real people like you and me. By the end of this video, you'll be armed with the knowledge to protect yourself and your loved ones from these predatory practices. Let's begin with our first case study. Cindy Robinson's world was upended when a severe car accident left her with a herniated disc. With no medical insurance, she relied on her auto insurer, who had promised to cover medical expenses for accidents. But as months passed, Cindy's medical bills skyrocketed to $11,000. Despite her policy coverage, the insurance company offered a meager check for just $1,662.18. This is a classic example of delay tactics. By offering a lowball amount, the insurer hoped Cindy would either give up or settle for less out of desperation. Desperate, Cindy had to hire a lawyer, submit more medical reports, and fight for 3 long years before the insurance company finally paid what was originally owed. The insurance company's strategy was clear: delay the claim, drain Cindy emotionally and financially, and only pay up when forced by legal pressure. So, what can you do in such situations? When insurers delay claims, persistence becomes key. Document everything meticulously: dates, communication, bills, and any attempts to contact the insurer. If needed, don't hesitate to escalate to state insurance regulators who monitor unfair practices. Remember, as the saying goes, the squeaky wheel gets the grease. Cindy's ordeal reminds us how delays in claims erode trust. But what happens when they go beyond delay to outright denial? Let's explore our next case study. Thomas Anderson watched in disbelief as a burst pipe in his attic soaked his entire home. His deluxe homeowner's policy seemed like a safety net, but reality proved far different. When Thomas filed his claim, the insurer rejected the need for essential repairs, like replacing moldy drywall. Their final offer was a lowball check that barely covered half the costs of restoration. This tactic is known as lowballing. The insurer hopes that by offering a fraction of what's needed, the policyholder will either give up or settle for less out of desperation or lack of knowledge. Thomas had no choice but to sue. 5 years later, after grueling litigation, he finally received the funds to rebuild his home. But at what cost to his time, energy, and peace of mind? For homeowners like Thomas, knowing your policy is critical. Review its coverage details carefully to understand what's truly included, and don't hesitate to challenge the insurer's decisions by hiring independent appraisers or contractors. In Thomas's case, it took legal action to expose the insurer's strategy to minimize payouts. Remember, every dollar not paid is a dollar gained for the company. Thomas's battle underscores the need for vigilance. But what if the stakes were even higher, where the company aggressively defends their denial in court? Let's move to our final case study. Imagine being injured in a tragic accident and then being treated as the enemy by your own insurer. That's what Reagan Wilson faced after a drunk driver crashed into her car. Despite multiple diagnoses of severe neck injuries clearly stemming from the accident, the insurer claimed her condition was pre-existing. The adjuster dismissed her pain and even contradicted medical evidence. This aggressive denial left Reagan to cover her own mounting medical bills. The insurer's strategy was clear: deny the claim and hope Reagan would give up under financial pressure. Only after 2 years and the looming threat of court action did the insurer relent and pay the claim. But the emotional and financial toll on Reagan was immense. For people in situations like Reagan's, legal counsel becomes unavoidable. But before going that route, gather independent medical assessments and don't hesitate to push back against baseless denials. As one lawyer revealed, stonewalling and lowballing are tactics to make you give up. Don't. Reagan's struggle shows how determination and the right evidence can eventually lead to justice. Cindy, Thomas, and Reagan's stories are interconnected by one theme: insurers putting profits over promises. Delay, deny, defend. These tactics prey on our financial and emotional vulnerabilities.